which is
Bible, 1 Corinthians 5:11.
2 Corinthians. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such an one know not to eat.
Neither evil deeds or insulting words should be a Christian's response. Man, that is quite hard not to do. Now, I always tell people it's not in my heart, it's in my head. I'm saying it out of, sometimes I say it because it pops out of my mouth, but it's not in my heart. You want to make sure that your response is not getting in your heart. I think all of it at times respond in a manner like that, but we need it. I'm not saying I'm justifying, I'm just saying we're human. But I'm saying don't allow it to come from the heart. Don't let the anger be built up in the heart. The Living Bible picks up the sense of the modern slang. Don't slap back at those who say unkind things about you. Don't slap back at those who say unkind things about you. Our fallen flesh wants to slap back when confronted, whether the accused accusation is justified, but especially when it is not. Can I ask you a question? Have you been slapped lately? Have you been slapped lately? I don't mean physically, but I mean, we know what that means, don't we? Peter points, as he goes on, as if you desire to enjoy life and have a good day, and that's what we want. You need to control your tongue, as David taught in Psalms 34. And furthermore, this behavior with positively and adversely affects our prayer life. So, watch out trying to retaliate tit for tat. It may be this world's way, but it is not the Spirit-controlled behavior's way. Most of the movies we see is such and such is going on business because his wife and child was killed. Or his daughter was kidnapped. It doesn't mean to go after him, but man, you don't need to kill 300 people in the process of getting your wife back. Of course, I'm not going to do that. It makes a good movie, doesn't it? And cry out for grace to make it, Hebrews 2:18, for the sake of righteousness and for the sake of His name. Hebrews 2:18. Janet?
For in that He Himself has suffered being tempted, He is able to restore them that are tempted.
F.B. Meyer asks, how do you reply to unjust injury? Do we bless when we are cursed, or do we retaliate with hot and indignant words? Are we willing to leave our vindication with God? Well, I got hot flashes. I don't know if that's sweaty palms. And by the way, all things work together for them who love the Lord, and the Lord allows these things to happen to us to strengthen our resolve to serve the Lord. Now, can I tell you that when you leave this place tonight, between now and Sunday, you're going to get slapped in the face a couple of times. Just count on it. The Lord's toughing you up. God's not going to allow anything to happen to you that he's not going to take care of if you're doing it for righteousness' sake. Now, if you deserve a slap in the face, God's going to say, sorry about that. But if you're suffering for God's sake, for godliness' sake, if you're suffering or getting slapped in the face for living righteously, for doing right, and not speaking about when you do something wrong and you get, let's talk about when you serve the Lord with righteousness. That's a tough lesson, isn't it? We'll stop there. Heavenly Father, tonight as we approach again your throne and as we briefly looked at this text tonight, having the right attitude gives us a good day. Having a right response helps us to have a good day in the Lord. And our hearts are kept right with you. Our spirit is good. Our attitude is good. And we love you for that. We thank you that you have helped us through this tonight. We give you praise and thanks for the strength that you give us to respond in a way that's pleasing to you. May you take our lives and use it for your glory. And we'll give you thanks in Christ's name. Amen. Amen. Sorry we didn't get through all 90 verses. Any questions?
Hey, I do.
Any thought? Yes.
On this one, on Hebrews 4:16 and 18, 18's not on there.
What's not on our
It's not in the Bible.
Hebrews 2.
Hebrews 2?
He's got it right.
You put
He's got 4
4
on there. It should have been 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just have to mark it.
So I asked,
Yeah. You had 4, Hebrews 4:16 and 18, but there was no, it was Hebrews 2:16. On the paper.
Hebrews 2:18?
Yeah, you had 4.
I had 4.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
But I said Hebrews 2:18, right?
Yeah, you said it right, but it didn't match what we had on the paper.
At least you learned.
Yeah, she was watching the video.
That's good.
That's a plus.
That's a plus.
She caught it.
That does happen.
I caught it more than once.
Huh?
I've caught you more than once.
Oh,
though.
hush. I've caught you not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
There, amen. That's preach.
Vice versa, honey.
All been guilty.
You can't get the best of it. You can't.
Yes, Richard, you want to pray for the office, please?
Lord, thank you for the message we've heard. Go take this offering, go for your word. Thank you once again for naming your house and hearing your word. Just pray, Lord, we let us desire to look into the scriptures and see what you say and live according to what you know. Only you do. Pray for all that are here. Pray for our veterans, those who care for them. Pray for our police and firemen, all those who serve communities that you know. Bless us in Jesus' name.
Let me reiterate something that I said Sunday when we start doing and giving the Lord's Supper. The primary purpose is for you in the preparation of it. I'm not asking you to participate. I'm not asking you to preach a sermon. I'm asking you to participate in preparing the elements of the Lord's Supper. And I think Ron, for instance, I really appreciate that. When we have the Lord's Supper and there are verses and things like that, we may call on you to read those verses, but the primary thing is if you are in preparation, make sure it's ready. I'll first Sunday morning or Sunday night and have it up here, and then I won't ask you to deliver it, but I just want you to make sure it's done. And I would like for the fellows to be part of that. You women stay out of it. And so I think that, that's not that big of a job to do this. Any other comments? Are you in a rush? All right. What else do we need to do? Anything else? I think that's it. Thanks. We'll see you anytime.
Sunday.
Huh? Sunday, or not soon, or soon.
You follow it in the back way.
Yeah, I've finding up these scriptures that have to deal with.
Yes, and what have you come to a conclusion if you have it?
Richard's been,
Well,
Have all these
Richard's been bringing
several-
on the prayer request.
I mean,
Have all those little kids.
All their kids.
one thing that
Yeah, I mean,
that I had
5 months,
found
5 months, 18 pounds.
was,
Yeah, yeah.
it looks to me like, and I'm not
Here, let me show you. the
trying to
picture.
redo what God has done or whatever,
Right.
but toward the end of the scripture,
Mm-hmm.
it talks about, you know, if you